What's cracking? This is Darren, Help with the Heart McDuffie, back with another episode of A Man, a Pan, and a Plan. And today we're going to teach you the set it and forget it method of cooking. I know sometimes your week gets a little busy and you may not have the time to cook. A lot of times people will come in there and ask me, how do you make healthy meals when you just don't have the time to cook? So today we're going to show you a quick way to make some great meals, and we're actually going to be doing it on the crock pot. And I'm going to be standing behind the camera, and I'm going to let Robin Adler of Toxic Beauty Blog do the recipe for you. So stay tuned, and when we come back, we'll have me behind the camera, and Robin Adler will show you how to cook a tasty crock pot meal. Thanks.
Hey everybody, it's Robin Adler here from Toxic Beauty Blog, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make crock pot bison and mushroom stew. You can also do beef, but we don't eat beef, so we prefer bison. And to give credit where credit is due, I got this recipe from paleoomg.com. She has awesome recipes on there. So here is what you do. First of all, you're going to need a crock pot, a big enough one. And the prep is pretty simple. All you have to do is cut up all the stuff, first, and then you can just throw it all in. So what we have here is 3 different types of mushrooms. We have button mushrooms, shirataki mushrooms, and baby portobello, and I've sliced them. So you just throw. If you like mushrooms, this is a really good recipe because it's, as you can see, full of them. Woo, that crock pot is already getting full. Okay, so then after that, you also want to throw in your pearl onions, which you need a cup of.
Where can you get those pearl onions?
The pearl onions, preferably, if you go to farmers markets, but unfortunately I wasn't prepared, so I had to get them from Whole Foods. They had them fresh, or they are available frozen. They were a pain to peel. So next, after that, you are going to put in a cup of beef or chicken broth, and I use this excellent stuff that is just basically beef and natural juices and a little bit of other stuff in this, and I just mix it with water. So that's what I have in here. I'm going to put the broth in. So then on top of that, you're going to put your meat, which you want to use about 1.5 to 2 pounds of grass-fed, cut up bison or beef.
And that's organic meat, right?
Organic meat, yeah, it's grass-fed.
Cool. What's the importance of having organic meat?
Well, because the conventional meat contains things like hormones, and those cattle are administered antibiotics. So you don't really want to ingest that. It has a lot of negative effects for your body. Plus, how the cows are mistreated, that also affects you badly.
So the antibiotics, for people out there, I don't know, I used to be a pharmaceutical rep, and one of the things I sold was antibiotics. And in case you didn't know, antibiotics, they give the animals antibiotics to make them fatter. So if you ingest those antibiotics, guess what it's going to do to your body? So always go with organic meat. A lot of times the organic meat will cost a little bit more, but it's well worth it. If you can join some type of co-op or some type of organic online and buy your meat from an organic online distributor, it costs a lot less, and you can freeze some of the meat just to save you some money. But we do advise using organic meat. So go ahead, Robin.
So the next thing you do, I actually got this sweet potato from our local co-op, our farmers market that we go to. And it is a sweet potato, even though it's white. I forget the variety of it, but the cool thing about farmers markets is you're exposed to different varieties. So this is not your normal orange sweet potato, it's a white one. And you put that on top with the meat. And the purpose of that is so the sweet potato doesn't get mushy being on the bottom. So after you put your one sweet potato, there's one more onion that I'll just shove it into the bottom. Then you put your spices. Okay. Oh, I forgot my garlic. Okay. You gotta do 4 cloves of garlic, which I just did in the with the garlic press. I love garlic. It adds so much flavor. And it has so many health benefits too.
Yeah, and garlic is also a natural antibiotic, which is very good for you if you have any parasites in your body or anything like that. So.
And then you're going to do a 1/3 cup of balsamic vinegar. And then you're going to do 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Can you just imagine all these flavors are going to merge and just be so delicious? You're going to put a bay leaf. Now these were kind of small, so that's why I put 3. It also gives it great flavor. And then the rest of the spices. 2 teaspoons of onion powder. This onion powder is kind of got a little dried up. Oops, it's like a big rock of it.
It's like a crack ball.
You know, sometimes when you do recipes, if you just, eyeball it, it's good enough.
Yeah.
If you see Rachel Ray, she doesn't measure. She just throws it in. Whoops. I know that's going to be too big. Okay. There's the onion powder. And then a tablespoon of dried rosemary. These spices are dried, so they don't really need to be fresh unless if you want it to be fresh. So I just sprinkle it. When you're doing crock pot stuff, the goal is just make it as easy as possible. And a teaspoon of sage. I love spices. I love smelling them. And then I know you might be thinking it's not mixed around. It's fine. You know, when the crock pot cooks it, like as you get into it, you can kind of stir it around a little. And the last thing is salt and pepper. This is like a paleo meal, so it's grain free. And sometimes the paleo meals are kind of short on salt. So you might want to add your own because salt is an important nutrient, and this is real salt. Salt that has little brown pieces and things in it. The white salt is not real salt. That is bleached, processed salt.
Not good for your body at all.
Right, and this has good minerals that you need. I believe that is about it. So then you're going to cover it. And you're going to cook on low heat for 6 to 8 hours. So if you do this at night, it can cook all night. You know, the smell might wake you up in the middle of the night because it smells so good. That happens to me. But I like putting it in there in the morning. That way it's cooking all day. You get home, get your plate, put it on your plate, and eat it.
So what do you do anything else with that? Do you add like salad, or can you just eat this alone, or how do you eat it?
This is a really great kind of one dish meal. Well, it doesn't really have that many vegetables in it except for the onion. So you might want to pair it with like a mixed green salad or maybe some cauliflower, you know. So yeah, I mean, but it is pretty complete and delicious. And you see, you can modify the kind of meat. If you don't eat red meat, whoever said you couldn't put chicken in that, okay? So this was the crock pot meal that I hope you found easy. So thanks for watching A Woman, a Pan, and a Plan. And this has been Robin Adler of Toxic Beauty Blog. And also be sure to visit Darren McDuffie at My Workout Routines for Women and FatBodyFitShop.com. Thanks.
Check it out.